Hello everyone, today we're going to be playing Floating Sandbox Simulator. This is a great game, of course, where we sink boats. I already recorded a 10-minute video about it, so I'm not going to focus too much on it now. I'm just going to be playing it a lot more, or for a little longer amount of time. And so just for fun, I'm just going to sink more boats, because why not? Um, so let's just start the Titanic going full speed. And what shall we do? Do you want to blow it up? We can rot it. I don't know what that would do. Laser cannon? Ooh. What's this? Physics probe? Okay. Okay. Is that supposed to like tell you how hot it is? Now if we rot it. What does rotting even do? Okay, I don't think that does much on this ship, that is. Let's adjust terrain some so we don't wait forever for a ship to sink. So should we just like explode the Titanic? Or let's just do a conventional sinking. Let's just say something absolutely horrible happened and there was a big explosion that cut out like half the compartments on the Titanic. Wow, look at that. Bye-bye. A massive piece of the hull is just gone. It's just gone. Now let's look at the temperature here. It's 300 meters per second. Ooh, it seems like... Wait, is this ship still afloat? It's gotta be sinking. There's no way that's not sinking. I'm just waiting for the compartment to start flowing over. There's no way that the ship is not gonna sink, especially with the waves coming at it. Well, let's just look at this. What even is this? I don't even need it anymore. No, I'm not trying to cut off the lights. I'm trying to cut off the stupid little probe thing. Is it still connected? Disconnect. I don't want you on my boat anymore. Okay, this is gonna sink the boat. Definitely. Oh, the boat may have survived if I didn't cut off the probe. Look, the boat's just sinking. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Wow, this is fun. Who else thinks so? The boat's settling a lot lower in the water, but it's still afloat. It's still afloat. There's two gigantic holes in it. This is fun. See, it's not all about sinking boats. It's about destroying. It's about damaging boats and seeing how well the ship survives. Because look, this boat should not be afloat. Over half the compartments are flooded, with the other half flooding. This boat shouldn't even be above water. Yeah, finally, sink. Go down. It should not have lasted like 3 full minutes. Bye-bye, Titanic. And let's cut off the bow. Did I even puncture that compartment? I didn't even puncture the compartment, so the boat's just gonna stay afloat. Look at that. That's making it lopsided. Here, we don't even need to sink the bow of the Titanic. Everyone can survive on it. See, yeah, this boat's not even gonna sink. It's just... But the rest of the Titanic is already dead. Oofda. Future people will be like, what happened? How did the ship sink? We can't see. There's too much damage. Okay. Oh, if this is not gonna sink. Now it will. Wah, wah, wah. Alright. Let's find a new boat to sink. Shall we sink? These kind of boats don't really work well because they are really tipsy. You know? But let's just say a big explosion happened in the center of the vessel. And the ship starts sinking. Oh no, so sad. Everyone get off into the boats. This is kind of inaccurate because usually collapsibles C and D, right? No, lifeboats 1 and 2. Collapsibles C and D are on the inside. Lifeboats 1 and 2 would be swung out in front of the boat, right here on the side. So yeah, it's kind of inaccurate, but it's good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't be making stuff like this if I designed anything. Hey, this boat's still gonna be above the water after it sinks. Let's say something even worse happens and the boat just falls apart. Oh no. What do you do now? The Titanic just loses its top half. Wow. It's fine. The Titanic's still afloat. See, people are still on it. So you can see right here, you know, it's above water. People could still be on it. Let's take it down more. Oh, why is it falling in front of the boat? And why is it still afloat? There's a gigantic hole in the bow and the boat's just afloat. So is the funnel. Oof. Like how? Nothing has touched the bottom yet. Well, stuff is about to. The first parts of the boat touch the ocean floor. Coming down with the rest of the Titanic. See, it's all underwater now. Besides the funnel. The funnel's just not going to sink. Make a slash there. Oof, duh. This boat took a massive amount of trolling. Wow. Now what will happen? As the boat crumbles to the floor. The funnel's still afloat. That looks ugly. Cut that off. I might make like one of these boats on Minecraft. I think that'll be fun, like building the Lusitania or something. That would be really fun to do on Minecraft. Okay, this is taking too long. Yeah, so I might do that. It's going to take like hours. It's going to take maybe even days. But I think it'll be fun. What I'm going to do, I'm going to plant a bomb. You know what? I'll just change it quickly. So it exploded roughly around here, right? And then tools, move, rotate. There, the Lusitania is going down at its full steam. I think that's going a bit too fast. Well, there was a big problem with launching the boats on the Lusitania because they couldn't really launch the boats. It's because the boat was going too fast and the water was going 18 knots when it exploded. Or I shouldn't say it like that. When the torpedo hit, it was going like 18 knots. It was pretty slow for the time. But, yeah, they couldn't really launch the boats right away because the boat was going too fast. And then when they could finally launch the boats, the ship had such a big list that when you're on the... Oh, let's see. When you were on... It would be the port side. The port side will be too far up out of the water. So you couldn't really launch boats on the port side, because the boats would hit the hull as that goes down. And then on the starboard side, where the boat's closer to the water, they could launch the boats, but they had troubles loading them because the boat was at such a big list over that the boat swung out too far from the hull. And so they had trouble loading the boats. And then they had trouble sometimes lowering them because a lot of the boats on that side broke loose and stuff, or they would swing back and forth like crazy, or they wouldn't be level, and a lot of them snapped. And so out of the ships, like, it had roughly, what was it? I don't know exactly how many boats it had. It started off with 8 boats, 4 on each side. 8 boats on each side. No, 9, because the boats in the back. I think this is pretty much an accurate model. Yeah, so only 6 boats of like the 22 boats were launched. But if you think about it, the Titanic, they launched all 20 of their boats, and 706 people, I think, survived. And then when you think about it with the Lusitania, only 6 boats were launched, and 761 survived. Now, with the Lusitania, it was probably in warmer waters. It was still in the Atlantic. So I'm pretty sure it was in warmer waters. And it was near the shore, so people could come quickly and help out once they found out. And so, yeah, more people survived. Most of the people who died were probably trapped onto the boat, or more or less. Wow, look at that. Let's just destroy this. Ooh, wow, that's fun. Okay, let's find another boat to sink. We could do the Mauritania. Mauritania's not too fun yet. Let's do the Aquitania. This boat, super speed. We're gonna, like, what should we do to it? Explode the aft structures here. I'm not trying to, like, sink the boat. Okay. Here. Let's detonate this boat. Boom! Oh, look at that. Oof. If the boat stabilizes. Here, can I smash this off? If the boat stabilizes. Ah, it's not going to stabilize. Who am I kidding? Wow. So we totally dismantled that boat. Now, let's reload it. Reload current ship. Let's do that. Let's do that. Tools. Let's do the slicer and just get rid of all these upper decks. There, look at that. And the boat's still going to go full speed. Whoa. You should be able to, like, spawn in, like, a boat and just put it on top. That'll be fun. Yeah, so guess what boat's not going to sink? This boat. Because this boat's fabulous. There. Once it starts going under the bow, then it'll start flooding over and over and over and over. I'm hoping that the boat will go fast enough that when it finally does go underwater, it'll still have speed. Okay, it stopped. This game's kind of phony with the speed. It stops and it slows down pretty fast. But look, the boat's still going. Boat's still going at a top speed. Now this boat will completely bend and flex. Yep, like this. Because it doesn't have the rest of the boat to support it. Boom. Isn't that fun? Should we check up on the rest of the boat? I think this boat, this side's fared a lot better. I mean, it is kind of destroyed. But it looks much well put together than this. Okay. Let's find a new boat to sink. Britannic, we could do a different view of that. Now, here, I'm going to test this. The Britannic was made to withstand what happened on the Titanic. The Titanic had its first, what was it, like 5 compartments breached. So it was right after the first funnel, and the ship sank. Now, the Britannic was made to withstand even more impact. The first 6 compartments breached, I think. I might be one over. It might be first 3 and first 4, or first 4 and first 5. But roughly around there. And so if I did the same amount of damage roughly on the Titanic and right after the first funnel, will this ship sink? It probably will, because the game's not too focused on making it exactly right. But we'll see. It was like tiny little gashes, stuff like that. Now, it went under the water a lot faster than the Titanic did, but it's stabilizing. It's been roughly like 10 seconds already. Of course, this game is going to be sped up. It's not going to take like 6 hours to sink. But, yep, the boat's definitely going to sink, even though it had the same amount of damage as the Titanic. Well, I think the Britannic had a double hull, so the compartments are higher, so it wasn't going to spill over. Like, as you can see here, this compartment's not really spilling over much. Well, now it is, but... yeah, so it does look historical. But, yeah, this boat's definitely going to sink. What's happening with the first mast over here? It's, like, going crazy. Oh, what happened there? Everyone can get off, right? And I think the Britannic had a bit more flexing points. The Titanic only had 1 in the middle, I think. The Britannic had like 2, 1 here and 1 there, or something like that. So the Titanic broke because of the stress factor. And yeah. And so the Britannic was made so then it likely wouldn't break. And yeah, as you can see here, the Britannic was supposed to have 8... what are they called? Well, 8 of the bigger davits. But when it was conscripted for service, they didn't have all 8 davits on them. So, you know, they had only 5. And, ooh, a tsunami. The Britannic will survive. They only had like 8 on them. Or they only had 5 of those davits, and the rest they filled in with Welland davits. Which they don't have any of the Welland davits here. Maybe they weren't. Maybe the original design wasn't supposed to have those. They were maybe only supposed to have this. Well, the ship might sink from the tsunami. It might very well sink. It's not going down anymore, which is good, but also bad. Because everyone here is going to be destroyed by the tsunami. It hasn't even hit the bottom yet. The entire ship, I think, can fit underwater. Well, I guess you can't really see the tsunami yet. But once the tsunami does hit... what can I do to explode something and make this more interesting? Laser cannon. The ship started on fire. This was the secret cause of the sinking. Oh no, the boat is sinking and is on fire. That caused the ship to sink before the tsunami hit. If I put this like on the tsunami, would the tsunami just carry it? It has to be in front of it. Come on. Ah, the tsunami does not carry it. Look, the top part isn't even flooded. Yeah, it's gonna resink now. So could it just sink upside down now? That's the problem with this boat. The boats go like up and down and then they flip over and they sink upside down. It's not really too historical. Okay. There was that. Let's find another boat. Or do you want to do a boat? We could do like a pyramid. Let's see. The Bismarck. You know, Johnny Horton, I don't want to post his the music here because it's probably going to get copyrighted. But he wrote a song about sinking the Bismarck. The Bismarck was kind of hit by a torpedo back here. Right? That disabled its steering, and then it was basically shelled and bombed to death. And more torpedoes were sent to sink the hull, but the Germans may or may have not scuttled the boat. They probably did, because the Bismarck was probably going to take a lot more heavy hitting. But let's just do a little explosion first to dismantle the steering. And then we're going to do like a lot of bombs on the deck. Not trying to destroy the deck pieces, just trying to act like it's getting bombed. There's that. And then I'm just going to smash a bunch of holes in it. Alright, detonate it. Oh, wait, I was meant to fix it, not sink it. I was going to bring it up on the surface. Okay, so the Bismarck is completely shelled to death. Just carnage everywhere. Some people, British sailors probably felt bad for all the people on the Bismarck because it was completely, like, the hull was hot, like, burning hot because of all the shells that were being fired at it. People were, like, literally burning as they were jumping off the boat. Oh, no, the Bismarck sank. Here, I want to fix this boat. I want to fix this boat. No, I'm only making it worse. Okay, the Bismarck, go. Bye-bye. I tried to save the boat, but it didn't really work. Bye-bye, Bismarck. Ooh, that boat was destroyed. Alright, let's find something else to mess and toy with. We can sink one of these things. The Führer. Ooh. The Yamato, was that... It wasn't torpedoed. Was that, like, bombed to death? It was destroyed by aircraft. I can't remember if it was torpedoed or not. A tank? I think this thing's just gonna float. Or, I was about to say sink. Oh, look at this tank. Oh, it's cruising on the water. Look at that. It's a floating tank. Oh! That did not fare well with the tank. And into the wall it goes. Oh, wow. Destruction everywhere. Here, let's load something else. Ooh, the Olympic. The squid. What should we sink? The Galeb, or however I would say that. What is this thing? How tiny is it? Aw, it's kind of cute. Look at that thing. Oh, it's so adorable. Let's sink it. Ooh, wow, that boat does not last a single bit. Ooh, bye-bye. I like more sinking the boats rather than watching. Oh, what is this? Flood test. It's a simple test to find out if flooding works in the game or not. But it seems like they do not... Like, they so go ahead and do whatever you want with this thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, flood test right here. Okay, well, compartments work nice. This could be a nice boat. It's just gonna be on this side here. Let's see how long this thing... It's just a block that I'm sinking for fun. And it's floating all around. Now, it'll stop sinking if it sits on the opposite side that it's currently on. So I don't think that thing's going to float anymore. Here, let's load something else now. The flagship. For a night bus. How many views will I get from doing that? Let's sink this boat. Oh, full speed ahead. Ooh, they have pumps. Does that just pump the water out that you... Ooh, let's, like... Someone sent a bunch of bombs that hit the boat here and totally dismantled it. And everyone's trying to get off now. Don't know who would bomb a cruise ship. Not me. Okay, government, don't go. I don't have stuff on me to do that kind of stuff. Oh, that went crazy. Wow. Is the boat still going forward? Cool. Let's do something to test how the leakage works. So if the pumps are on, what do the pumps do? Because it still looks like the boat's sinking. Yeah, what do the pumps do? What do the pumps do? Here, I gotta redo this boat just to see what the pumps do. So if I turn on the pumps, I do like a tiny little slash here. What do the pumps do? Pump 1 is going full speed. Half the pumps aren't even working. Did I like cut off the generator or something? Is that why it's not working? Do I need... I'm trying to figure out what a pump is supposed to do. Because now this pump is also on. So I'm assuming it's like pump 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. But the boat's still floating, or it's still sinking. Like, what do the pumps do? Let's cut like the upper portion off. And just find a new boat. Cargo ship, Carnival Dream, circuit test. What does that boat's probably too small. The Ark. This looks like the Angiodoria. What is this? And what do the balls do? They just float? Well, this thing has power, so let's load it up. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's cute. Turn on the lights. Oh, never mind. Bye-bye hull. It just went away. It's just upheaved. Uh-oh. Poor boat. Airboat. Ooh. Carpet Titanic. Tower with holes, so I'm assuming the holes are just going to make it sink. Oh, it's floating! Look at that! It's floating. It's a cardboard tower, is it? So I'm assuming these holes are just causing it to... Oh, yeah. Bye-bye tower. And it splits in half. What is this, that cheese grater? Okay, let's load something. The cardboard Titanic. What happens to the cardboard Titanic? Does it just like fall apart because it's cardboard? Or is this like an actual boat? It's not even going to start sinking. What, does this boat just not sink? There, finally. The Titanic is sinking. And it's going to do a V-break. I'm sure all of the historians watching this are going to love to see the Titanic do a V-break. For those wondering, it never happened. The Cup of Titanic. Let's see if this Titanic is actually easier to do a conventional sinking with. Okay. It's probably just going to flex and bend and break. Look at that. It would probably not sink like that either. How is it lifting so far out of the water? But the boat's surviving. Oh no, the Titanic is sinking. Oh, it's definitely at too high of an angle. Okay, it went to the base of the first funnel and the funnel falls. It did not go this high. It did. No way. The next funnel snaps and falls. And then, oh no, the ship snaps in two and does not sink like that. The next funnel falls, which I just cut the other ship. Yay. What, isn't this fun? All these things are staying still. Come on. Yeah, isn't it fun to sink the cardboard Titanic? It does not sink well. The Eiffel Tower. Monster truck. A blimp. The HMS Hood. You want to know how that boat sank? It exploded from the inside. If it even floats. Okay. Bombs. Where was the ammunition locker? It's probably somewhere like back here. Okay, so let's see. I may have put too many bombs on here. Yep, there's the hood. Uh-oh. So sad. Alright, so thanks for watching the video, everyone. Wasn't this, like, amazing just to watch ships sink? I might just post a video about it once every month or something. It's not worth doing too many videos. This is more of a live streaming game. Oh, let's look at the hood. Oh, it survived. It's perfectly fine. If you're on the bow, you could definitely survive. Look at that. There was enough time to launch boats and everything. Alright. Have a great day, everyone.